Hello, welcome. It's day 4. How are you? Well, today we're going to talk about the things that you say to yourself, those internal, that self-talk. So, what are the ways that you sabotage yourself with your self-talk? Think about that? Okay. You know that that's really like your ego mind in control. Because think about it. The things that we say to ourselves about our visions, our goals. First of all, we come up with quadrillion reasons why we can't do it. And of course, that kind of self-talk is what causes us to sabotage ourselves. Now, yesterday we talked about, your physical reactions, and we tapped on that physical reaction. And today we're going to do something that's called the ego eradicator. And you'll see that the reason why it's called the ego eradicator is because what it does is that based on your the posture that you'll see, that yes, your mind will be focused on this is kind of uncomfortable. And it's the uncomfortable things, that negative self-talk. No, let me back up. Because really, negative self-talk is self-talk that we know. We're familiar with it. And we as human beings have this really interesting habit of being comfortable with being uncomfortable. We've gotten to the point where we think that it's probably best to go ahead and get used to suffering than it is to actually eradicate that ego and tell ourselves what we want and to actually believe that we can have it. So when you journal today, I want you to pay attention to the ways that you, through your self-talk, self-sabotage. I know I do it. But I'm also aware of the fact that through practice, and that's what these 21 days are about, through practice, we can eradicate that ego. Not by ignoring it, but by paying attention to it. Yeah. Put a microscope on that ego and say, wow, did I really just tell myself that, and this is something that I told myself, I told myself, who would come to me to become a life coach? Guess what? I've been coaching people to be coaches, to be entrepreneurs, to be writers, to be artists, to travel the world promoting the game of basketball. And I'm thinking of actual real students who have come through Dr. White coaching. But yet still, my self-talk was, who would? See, when we sabotage, we are denying ourselves, and then we want to throw it off and project on other people and say, well, if this person would support me, you know that whole spiel. You don't need anybody else's support but your own. And that starts with the self-talk. So right now, I want you to get comfortable, and I want you to watch what I do. So, comfortable, preferably you'll be sitting on the floor, feet cross-legged, your legs crossed. But since I'm here, we're going to go with what is available. So, you take your thumbs, and your thumbs are not pointing directly at each other, but at an angle. So, like, if there was, okay, now we're getting over into geometry and line graphs. So if there was 2 lines that would eventually cross, that's how our thumbs would be. And then we'll place them above our heads. And now you're going to breathe. You're going to see this part of my body go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's called the breath of fire. And we're going to do roughly between 10 and 30 breath of fire breaths, okay? But the breaths are actually coming from here, really short breaths, okay? So arms up, and close your eyes, and breathe. arms above our heads. And now we're going to circle our bodies, circling from your waist clockwise and counterclockwise. Raise up and bring it down to the sides. And you may say, so why is that important in emotional physical therapy? Well, it's important because you can't stop yourself from self-sabotaging if you're in constant thinking mode, overthinking mode. You've got to learn how to slow down your thoughts, and deepen your breath. All right? So remember, you're going to journal on the internal self-talk that causes you to self-sabotage. You're going to go back over the video from yesterday, day 3, and do your tapping. And now today, you're going to add the ego eradicator. All right? I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Do the work.